Hola, my name is Paul Walker. I'm the design manager and Moodle themer for Catalyst IT Europe. I've been designing themes for Moodle for almost 20 years now, and my first theme for Catalyst goes way back to version 1.5. And in that time I've developed themes both large and small, and ensuring our themes are inclusive and meet the recommended accessibility standards is a huge part of my job. And this talk will delve a little into how I might do that on a daily basis. So we know what is accessibility. In the context of web design, accessibility refers to the practice of creating websites and web applications that can be used by everyone, regardless of their abilities or disabilities. So in many regions, web accessibility is not merely just a best practice, but it's also a legal requirement. Thankfully, with the help of internationally recognized standards like WCAG, this makes achieving those accessibility standards in your own Moodles much easier. So the important thing about accessibility is that it helps to foster an inclusive environment, so where barriers are removed and online learning can be inclusive for everyone. This is especially important in a learning management system like Moodle, where you wish your learners to be able to interact and benefit from the educational resources and tools that you're providing them. A challenge for Moodle, like a Moodle theme designer as myself, is to be able to deliver to a client their brand while still delivering an inclusive learning experience, regardless of their users' physical, cognitive or sensory abilities. And although there's more to a theme than just colours and fonts and nice backgrounds, failure to deliver these correctly can stop your learners from using the system properly. So let's talk about the difference between sub-themes in Moodle and Workplace. A sub or a child theme, as you can see here, is mostly largely Boost, and then you have your sort of sub-theme on top of that. In Workplace, you have your Boost theme, and then Workplace adds that layer for organizations and hierarchies. And then your sub-theme, oh sorry, was this easier? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so this means you're inheriting all the UX UI components of the parent theme Boost, and your sub-theme can make changes or enhancements to override those. So this could be as little as changing logos or fonts, or it could be as much as overriding the layouts of your whole Moodle pages. You can use your sub-theme as your main Moodle theme, or you can apply it just at a category or course level, as you know. So however your underlying Moodle configuration is largely shared. So any accessibility changes you want to make to your sub-themes at the top need to be able to be replicated through all your sub-themes. So any mistakes you make in one sub-theme might get replicated on all your sub-themes. This is especially important when setting up tenant sub-themes with Workplace now. You want to make sure that your branding is following that sort of accessibility standard all the way through. So why is branding your Moodle so important? Well, first, there's consistency with brand. Theming allows Moodle to reflect the visual identity of your company. It ensures your Moodle aligns with your brand guidelines, for example. Customizing colors and logos makes an extension of your public-facing brand. There's also brand recognition. So it helps users recognize the platform to their particular organization. So what are the challenges we face with accessibility in sub-themes or multi-tenancy theming? So as a designer, what challenges do I face? There can be inconsistent accessibility practices, for instance. Multiple sub-themes with lots of custom bespoke branding can lead to inconsistent standards and practices. All of these can lead to a confusing journey within your Moodle for your learners. There are also technical challenges. So managing accessibility across multiple themes with varying design requirements. You can get bad accessibility choices in your custom theme that can be replicated through your sub-themes, as I talked about earlier. and any changes to your pages need to remain accessible to all your tenants. So what are some best practices for ensuring accessibility? So the following are some practical ways to ensure your themes remain accessible across all your themes and sub-themes. So we use a unified design system. What's a unified design system? Well, in Boost and Workplace, both make use of the Bootstrap framework. Bootstrap provides things like buttons, alerts, labels, and other user interface components that you can see in the LMS, all built within the core Moodle Boost theme. It also provides many more components such as accordions, slideshows, jumbo headings, and you can use those to beautify your content. Bootstrap components have accessibility already built into them. So that means adding to your pages, when you're adding these to your pages, then they already meet the accessibility standards. That's why it can be important to base your themes off of Boost or the Workplace theme as parents, so as much of the accessibility will already be included in your core themes. So the Boost theme in Moodle includes SAS, a CSS framework, which you can use to develop a new theme. This can not only help you write more efficient code for your themes, but as an example, you could use it to calculate the color of your button text based on the color of the background of the button. That's because in order to meet WCAG, AA standards, things like buttons need to have a color contrast with a ratio of 4.5. This is useful if you're creating a new theme. Setting to change, if you're creating a new theme, the setting to change the color of your buttons, you want them to be able to remain as accessible as possible. And then we do testing and validation, which is vitally important when developing themes when you're developing your sub-themes or your parent themes. So for a quick audit of colors, I use a browser extension called Totally, which just scans the page and lets you know where you're not meeting those contrast requirements. Or for a better solution, you could conduct a fuller audit of your Moodle using tools like Wave, Axe, or Lighthouse, which you might have heard about. Doing a full check of your site using tools of those shown will not only ensure your colors are accessible, but they also perform checks on your code, highlighting custom form items or any labels or headings that might need adjusting to make them compliant. Manual testing with assistive technologies. So testing with screen readers to ensure your theme remains navigable by your learners. This is especially important if you're introducing new navigation items such as menus or media, or things such as images into your custom theme code. And I think Matt touched yesterday on his AI, how it's going to generate sort of these long descriptions on their images, which will be vitally important for accessibility. And get user feedback. Collecting feedback from users with disabilities is a hugely powerful exercise. We've had much help in the past from universities such as DCU, which is Dublin City University in Ireland, where they're able to assist us in ensuring our theme offering to them was as usable and inclusive as possible. We were able to action their findings into theme code, which was beneficial to a number of our clients who were also using the same custom theme, which we call Cat Awesome. And we found this to be a very positive and rewarding experience for both DCU and ourselves. And it's something we're immensely proud of. Right, well that's my talk. I probably ran that very fast. But, are there any questions?
So, any question? Raise your hand. No? Then I have one for you. When you were talking about the unified design system, in the slide you had Bootstrap 5. Are you already using Bootstrap 5? Because as far as I know, it's not part of Moodle LMS yet. It will be in the next release.
Okay. Right. So the question...
Yeah, are you already using Bootstrap 5 or are you using Bootstrap for now?
Yeah, in 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Cut Awesome we've sort of moved towards that Bootstrap 5, just because it gives you that sort of additional assistive technologies. Which is great for us.
Yeah. Was it a lot of work to make everything work with Bootstrap 5? Because that's something that our colleagues in LMS will have. They are already started doing some things.
There's some deprecation with some of the labels and things like that, which we have to look at. Yeah. I think the biggest challenge is really going to be in content management side of things, where teachers or educators have created content within their platforms. So that's where we need to sort of do a little bit of hand-holding to help them sort of get their content.